Welcome back to Mine Mogul, and just our little mini series on the demo we're currently playing at the moment. Now, at the end of the last episode, we did find gold. I did consider putting it onto the same path as the iron, and then I came to a conclusion it would just contaminate the iron. So we need to figure out a way in this episode of splitting the gold off into its own smelters. So that's where we're going to be picking up from. But yeah, I was thinking about putting it on the iron path, but the problem is I need a sorter. Because this can't go for the crusher, and we have got diamonds coming through as well. Which is fantastic, because I need that for the quest. So, how can I put a sorter here? How big's a sorter? It was only a 1 square, wasn't it? I need to really have a sorter before it goes into there. Get a sorter. So yeah, I'm causing myself problems there. So yeah, we need the gold to be fed up that way. So let's take you up. It's going to cause a bit of a mess around here, but we can tidy up later. And we're going to be needing number 9. Need the belt. Like that, okay. Then I need to find that gold I kept on the floor. Over here. So that iron we've just had coming out won't be pure. Okay, so now let's set this up. Probably going to need an angle because this is very tight path through here. You are going to need to be there, so you can't go there, but you can go this side. So we can need that belt feeding onto this. Get a corner piece on. Now we've got no gold coming through the system, so it's fine. You go onto there. So you come down here, so the gold gets filtered out, then it can go back onto this belt here. So we could probably get a T-junction in here. No, it won't work still. It would have to be a feed from that side and a feed from this side, but we could get a T-junction there and have you coming up a little further. Going to 2 corner pieces. And then have a T-junction in that part. Which I don't think we've got, so let's go and purchase one. There is cannons and stuff like that, but at the moment I don't need anything like that. Would be nice to test them out. Let's wait for this little batch to come through. And I don't think I picked it up. We are going to have a bit of a mess on the floor to tidy up in a minute. So let's just try and get this done as quick as we can. So we just need these both belts to feed onto here. So is that 9? It is. Rotating to the right angle. Brilliant, that's it. So all the gold will feed back into the line. No, that won't work. Yeah, that's not going to work. Because it'll be mixed bars and I don't want mixed bars. So we had it right to start with. We need to keep the iron, so we can put a smelter here. Does the gold need to be crushed? It does say... Yeah, I think I'm going to need to put a crusher here. Before we start the line back up, we're going to have to squeeze this in. We'll probably have to take it over the top of it. So yeah, we're going to need 2 angled. And that's gone the wrong way. So angled, facing upwards. I am sort of stuck in this corner. Okay, so I'm going to have to take that down again. It doesn't like me in being in that corner. At least the rest of the everything else is working still while I'm trying to sort this out. Okay, and then we'll have a crusher here. So that means I will need to go and buy another crusher. We are nearly full on our bar. But we've got to the point where money doesn't really make much of a difference. We've got 12,000 sitting there. And we haven't even started to do gold yet. So yeah, we're going to need to take a couple of more. Let's get that out of my screen so I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to need to take at least 2 more of these belts up. We're going to need to get the crusher down, which I forgot to pick up, like usual. Probably could do with a lamppost down here as well, so I'll get one of them down in a minute. Okay, so we'll have you crushing the gold. Why won't you go there? You should be... Ah, actually, I don't think the... Is it because of the rocks? Okay, so I'm going to need to do a bit of jiggery-pokery here. Find out where it will allow me to put it. Probably not until there. Not ideal. Take you out. So we're going to have to use this. Let's get the little lamp down here. Which was 8. Okay, that's fine. We've got another machine up there we can feed in after. Let's put you just somewhere over out the way a bit. That'll do. Brightens it up. Okay, so we're going to go out back to the angled. That's going up, so that's fine. And then I need you to be rotated down. Does really not like doing. Then you can get removed. Then we need to go into some straights. Straight there, straight there. So the straights are coming up. The gold will get crushed. So in that case, we could have left the gold getting crushed, then filtered it off into a machine, and then feeded it back onto the same line. We just needed 2 smelters, one for... So yeah, we could have literally had all the stuff coming here, get crushed, then a filter here to filter out the gold. Yeah, I think I'm making this a little more complicated than it need to. Because it's okay everything getting crushed as long as it gets sorted. So all I would need to do is put a sorter here. Send the gold out this side. Then I wouldn't have needed a second. I want to try and do it in the most efficient way possible. I know I've just literally set everything up, but I think there's just a better way to do this than I'm doing it. Take you. Let's take you. Let's put you back in. Oh, it's Sam from the future. At this point in the demo, I came across a bug where all the sorters I was buying and picking up wasn't appearing on the bar. There was going into a back inventory I didn't know existed at this point in the game. So there is going to be a little bit of a jump cut from when I do figure out the issue. So we're going to try this again. So we're going to take you out. We're going to put a sorter in here. And I need it to come out this way. Then I want a piece of gold in there, and then I can actually start doing gold again once I get this line set up. Yeah, I thought it bugged out. I had to go on the Steam discussions to figure out what was going on. Because everything goes on your inventory and not in... Everything goes on your bar and not into your inventory. It's not something you expect, and I'm not the only person that had this issue that was asking the same question. So definitely something that needs to be fixed. So everything gets crushed, comes into here. And everything that's not comes onto a belt over here with gold. And then the gold will have to have its own smelter, come over the top, and then drop onto this line here so we can get polished. So probably not the best setup for doing this, but I'm pretty certain this is going to work. So as long as I can get my belts down here, which it will allow me to do. Let me get my straights down next. How big is the iron thing? Oh, it has to get feeded from the top. Okay. Fed from the top, shall I say? So let's take you down. Take you down and see if we can start putting... I'm happy to take you down. If it will allow me to. Yep. Start doing some angled. Now, looking at the other machine, I need to do 2 angled. Then we will need another smelter. And I can pick up my lantern I just chucked on the floor when I was trying to figure out that bug with the sorter. Okay, so let's purchase a machine. We want another blast furnace. And yeah, that will appear directly on my bar. So yeah, very confused about that other bug. Definitely something that probably could do with getting fixed. Okay, so you will drop into there immediately. This will come out as gold bars. Going to have to do a bit of jiggery pokery to get it back onto the line. Probably not the most optimum way of doing this, but if it works, I can live with it. We want another angle there, so I just need to make sure the belts are all going round right. Yep. And then this belt I'm going to need to be raised. I don't want to come out here, so I want to get it onto this sort of line. Sort of there. Can I get a corner in this piece? Yes, I can. Belt's still going the same way. I can't get a corner there, so the corner's going to have to go here. So that means you're going to have to go as well. Get a straight onto this part. Yep, belts are all still going the same. Get a corner here. Going this way. And then can I start going at an angle and go over? Okay, so that won't work. Okay, so the angle's going to have to be on this one then. Does it need to be that far, or can it be in a bit more? Okay, I think I could probably get rid of you. Get rid of you. Put you onto there. Then we somehow want to get this above that line. So go into an angle. Into another angle. Into a diagonal going up. Can it work now? It can. And I think I'm going to need another angle going up. Don't know what the height limit is in this place. That seems to be working. Let's check the belts. Still going up, still going up. Okay. So these will be coming off as gold bars because I'm getting smelted here. So I'm going to need a couple of straights. And then I think I want angled down, so I want a couple of more angled ones. I don't want to drop it from a massive height. I think 10's more than enough. And yeah, the money is just getting a little silly now. I can purchase whatever I want. go onto a straight, and then we're going to start going down to meet the belt. So I want you to go that way. But I need the belt to be going the other way. Okay, it doesn't want to go that side, so let's try it from this side. Might be because it's still interacting. I'm just having an hard job trying to get it to snap. There, going to snap. I would rather you drop onto a straight section. But that's fine, you can drop onto the corner. We'll see if it works. Because this one doesn't have much of a feed, I'm thinking about taking the T-junction out and just having straight all the way across. Which I think is going to be the better way. Straight there. Take you up, put a straight there. Take you up, put a straight there. Take you up, take you up. Take you up. Which I can't see. I think that's just going to work much better. That drops onto the belt, so you got a good amount. And then this is just going to have to get dropped on, unfortunately. But there isn't that many gems that come through, so it shouldn't be a major issue. Let me just stand up here, rotate it round, flip the direction, and then the gems should be coming down. So everything should be coming... Sorry, wrong button. Get my magnet. See if we can just put you over here. So we need to start the gold up and I need to connect the other one. So let me just make sure this is working right. So everything gets crushed, comes into here. The gold will come out this side. So we would need a smaller piece of gold for me to really get this working right. That comes into here, gets smelted. The smelting comes out into bars. The bars comes up over the top of the other smelter. All drops on the same line and it gets polished. So yep, let's go and connect that up. Or let's turn the machine back on, shall I say. Let's get rid of my magnet. We've got the other line partially set up. So I can't let this run too much because I've got to get the small pieces into that filter box. So I'm probably just going to have to wait for the machine to get the gold into the point. So yeah, it doesn't like me climbing on the belt there. Definitely need a piece that is a straight section and it allows something to join on. So a merger, not just the one what both feed into one that way. I need one that feeds two as an angle into a piece. And then we can start putting more things on the system. We don't really need to put more, but it will just help get the quests easier. We're already up to 980, 990 pieces of iron because it took us so long to get the gold sorted. So I need the gold to come and I need to take a little piece and put it into there. So where is the gold? I think it's starting to come here. I will have a couple of ingots that will be mixed until I can get the piece I need. I'm just looking for a colour difference. These are all iron. And it does look like you can get in 4 pieces sometimes from a rock. Might be just the 2 and sometimes you get multiple. Okay, where is the gold? The gold's coming into there. The gold's going through. Oh, okay, so E. So you're going to have a gold piece in there. So now the gold's coming through to where it's supposed to be crushed. And this is why you always sort of proof your systems. Check it, make sure it's running. If it's not running right, do a slight adjustment. And that's the piece I'm after. I'm after one of these in the basket here. So all the gold should be coming out here. And I'm going to need one of these into this first basket. Just in case anything comes out of the machine as a partial. I want all gold coming this way now. Gems, we're starting slowly getting some more. So let's check this gold line. Is it working right? So we need enough pieces for a gold bar. The gold bars are coming in. And if we come and have a look at the ore analyzer. So yeah, polished iron ingots. So again, we're having no contamination in the iron ingots. They're all coming through polished. And then soon we should have gold coming off the top belt. Won't be that quick until I can get the second one. She's struggling a little bit to get up, especially over that hump there. But when the next one comes, it seems to be knocking it. So yeah, the gold bars don't like to be on these belts by the looks of it. We have got roller belts I could use. That is an option. Let's just make sure it's going through. So iron ingot. There, gold ingot polished, worth 50 odd pound. Now the quest is not asking for gold ingots polished, it's just asking for gold ingots, but it is counting. So now let's go and increase the gold production. We've got 2 more miners on us, and we've got a lead going down where we can filter 2 belts onto it. So I just need to figure out where there was. So let's get another light round here a bit. We had 1 gold one there, and I think you was gold as well. Let's try and get that light just out the way a bit. And then let's figure out what we've got with the machines. So no, you're coal, so I'm not really worried about you. You're gold. But I want you to be off until I can get the belt set up. Where was the second gold I seen? I definitely seen a second. You was a gold up here. You was a gold up here. I think these was probably the ones I was going to connect. Yeah, getting these 2 onto a belt is probably going to be easier than getting an additional belt over here. Take you. Turn you off. So there's a lot of stuff around here I can mine. So I need to get, what are you? You're the coal. I'm just got to figure out where my belts are. Here. So I've got to get these belts all the way around here into this section. Is this the quickest way? I think it might be. So okay, yep. So we need to connect the belts down here. So we're going to need an angled or corner piece, shall I say, running the right way, and then we need a lot of straights, and I'll probably need some more diagonals, but I think we might be close with the belt. I might need... Could I get closer? Not really. Probably going to need some more corners before we've even finished. Go as far as we can. Just making sure the belts are all running in the same way so I don't have to come back and check it later. You can't get there. Can a corner get there is the next question. It can't, so then you have to get up. And the corner has to be here. Still running in the same direction. So I'm thinking, can I get this belt over this rock? Well, if it's mineable, I can get it out the way. You're not mineable. Let's do some old-fashioned mining. Just clear this area up a bit. Get the magnet. And we did manage to get a gem out of there. And the belt does work, so we can just put this stuff on the belt. and it will filter through on the corners. It will just slow it down a little bit. Some might fall off, but we can go and tidy that up in a bit. And we need to try and get a corner piece here. So I'm just trying to see where I can put the belts. So we would have to go out to there or up to there. Okay, you're green, so that means I should be able to get a corner piece onto here. Making sure everything's still running right. Yep, all running. Get rid of that. I'm going to need an up piece to join the other belt. And it needs to go the other direction. And then I just need to connect these two pieces up. Might be easier to stand on the belt to do this. Okay, really, really tricky sometimes to join these up. Okay, we'll try from underneath. Now I can't see the direction from down there, but it does seem to have worked. Get another belt onto here. And then we've got to get this over to here. Now, there's a lot of stuff over here I can mine, so I think I'm just going to mine this. Just makes it a little easier to get my path round. Let's just use our magnet to tidy up after ourselves. Because we've got the belt already set up. Put it there, let it go through. And we can put another batch here. Now if you look on the top left, we've got the first quest completed, the rolling mill, and now it's asking for polished gold, but we've already set it up to do polished. So fantastic. There's still a couple more down here to mine. Let's get this out the way. Give us as much space as possible to build. Love to know where it keeps finding this coal from. That will feed in with the rest. Definitely could do with another light round here. So where are these machines feeding from? You're feeding from that side. And you're feeding from that side. Let's rotate you that way. Put you into an angle. Which is my last angle, so I'm going to have to go back and buy it. But I'm thinking about getting both these connected up onto a T-junction here. Have you swing up here. Comes down. And then matching it up shouldn't be that hard then. Now, I think that is diamonds and I could do it. But no, because the game doesn't respawn ores, except for the stuff out the auto miners, we'll leave that just in case a quest asks for 1 gold or I lose one of my filter pieces. Yeah, we still got the 2 filters in there. And we still got the 2 filters in there. And all the gold's going through nicely. It is stopping a bit, but that's fine. There's a massive amount of gold bars coming through now. Okay, so we're going to the store to purchase. And because we've got a lot to do and we've got a lot of money, I don't need to really be... let's buy multiple. Buy about 40. Because the things was getting stuck in the lift, let's just buy them each one at a time. Let's get at least 20 corners. And let's get another 10 slopes. A small ledge for merging conveyors. I think that does the same as having a conveyor onto another. But it might actually be better. Let's get, just get one of those and then we can have a look at it. Because instead of us having to go like this here, I could have a straight, then a drop off. Which I think is going to be more efficient in some places. Yeah, walking down the line, it's nice to see a good amount of gold coming in. And that's just off one machine at the moment. We will be connecting the others as I'm leaving goods just on the floor here. Okay, we're coming round here. I didn't buy the light, but never mind. We'll get this connected. Never bought the T-junction, so I might as well buy some lights. Now, what's under transport? So we've got rollers, roller straights. Okay, machines. We have got a rolling mill now. Rolls ingots into plates. So I'm guessing the next quest is going to ask for that. So let's just purchase it because it's telling me to do for the quest. And the next one wants iron plates. So let's get the lights on me. We'll come back for that later. So how would I do the iron plates? I would have to do it out of this line. Well, with this line here. Okay, so let's dump at number 7. Let's see if we can set that up and then it can work on its own while we're doing up the rest of the gold. So let's have a look at number 7 and how big. It's 2. So what I could do is leave one space and put another straight up there and have the gold dropping a little further in. Let's just do that. And number 7. Is it a 3? It's a 3, okay. So we want it to be the other way. And it won't go in for some reason. Is it because of this above? So in that case, let's take you out. Now the question is, do I want the gold bars? Well, apparently we're making gold plates as well now. Not the ideal solution up there. And I don't think I can get down any... Well, it's working. Don't think it's how it's designed to be. But we've got a good flow of gold and of normal plates now. I'm pretty certain the next one's going to ask me for gold plates. We're still trying to get our gem one done. And we can pick you back up. What are you? You're my lanterns. You're on 0. Well, that iron plate quest is going to get done really, really fast because I've got everything set up. And how much are they selling? 65 now and 52 for the iron plates. So you can polish the plates and it does recognise. And they do push each other. So I think the rollers would be better here. We need a bigger cell bin, to be quite honest, because I'm struggling to go into the cell bin. I think these plates are more designed to have rollers more than... So maybe buy some rollers. A couple of straight rollers. Roller straight. I think 3 is all I would need. If we take these 2 out and the end one. What number we got this on? Yeah, that's definitely a bit smoother to get through. Yeah, that works. We probably could do with 2 roller machines, to be quite honest, because this one is struggling to do everything. Now, the plate machine over here seems to be okay. No, even that's struggling. What are you? I honestly don't know what you was. So yeah, I think I am going to have to set up a second line here. Couple of rollers, plate, and have the gold feeding onto this, and try and make it as compact as best, because there's just too much feeding through there for one machine to deal with both. Okay, so let's get another roller. Let's try and set up a second roll load. So I need... Let's go with 5 of those. We know how big the machines are now. 7. Okay. So this machine's too wide. I have 2 rollers. Do we even need the 2 rollers? Not really. We don't need an ore analyzer anymore, I don't think. And you could be what's causing the problem. Rotate you to the correct way. That's a lot smoother to get out. I think I'll do the same setup, even though I don't need to. We'll have 2 at the end, then we'll have the roller, then we'll have 2 bars, and I'm already out. Then I'm going to need a roller mill, and I think it's a polishing machine. Okay, so we get the rollers there. I'm going to need you at the back. And this is where we're going to feed the gold into. So even if I have to block up this path, I think I'm okay with it. Now, we would need another one of these machines as well. I did forget about that. And I think a normal belt works in between this and the other. No, let's get a single belt. What are you? Can't remember what you are. Can I make this any more compact? I definitely can, so I think I'm going to have to. put you away for the moment. And let's put the miners away. Okay, 0. Let's get you back in. So everything is sort of working in the background. Take you and put you back down. Take you up. Just trying to make it as compact as possible. We'll take you. Looks like I need to be closer. Eight. Yeah, that's fine. And then we need another, whichever makes the bars. Blast furnace. I sort of expected at some point I would need to separate the gold and the iron. Now it's asking for hundreds. Oh, it's asking for ingots and plates. So what I might just do is remove the plate machine when the plates are done. Okay, I don't want to pack up you. I want to put down you. I don't think that's the right type of bars I've got in there. I'm trying to work out how this machine is. You're the one that's fed from the top, aren't you? So you need to be that way. Yeah, definitely not the right one, this one. So all I've got to do now is reroute you into this. Which is probably going to be easier than it looks. Actually, it's not too bad. So if we get rid of you, put an angled on, or the corner piece, shall I say, which is being a bit tricky to snap. Put a second corner piece there. No, actually, I don't need to do that, do I? I don't need this machine. This just needs to go into that machine. So I just need to get down as quick as I can, and I've got no angle down. I'm just trying to bridge this gap from here down now. It keeps putting stuff in my inventory now instead of putting them on the bars. So I did have some. So that should be 9. Need you to be down this way. And going the other way. So you should drop onto this and then you should be rolling. So I think I've got a belt wrong up here somewhere. No, that should be right. See if this works. You drop onto the belt, go into the plates. The plate should go into the polisher eventually. This onto this is not really working that great. But that's fine. I've dealt with some of the conflicts I had with trying to run them through all the same line. But the iron's at a better rate now because it's not got the gold filtering in anymore. Definitely there's an issue with this. I think this is going to have to be replaced with a standard belt. Just does not want to go into this. So let's get to number 4. Get rid of you. And let's put a number 4 down there. The right way. Gonna have to go like that. See if that works any better. If it does, I'll replace on the other side. Okay, definitely working a bit better. Yeah, we've got a lot of mess to clear up soon. So let's get rid of you. And put a belt down. And get rid of you. And get round to it. Okay. Come on, let me get to it. Okay, F, A, and then a normal belt in there. Okay, let's start to clear some of this mess up. I am tempted to take this plate out now. Where's the plate machine here? Because the quest is just asking for iron ingots now, not iron plates. So let's take you away and let's just get some single belts in. Might speed up the belt as well, not having to do everything else. That's fine. We're definitely getting a bit of a problem here, so I'm going to need probably a belt here. We've definitely got stuff falling on the floor. Ah, I think I've got the belt backwards. That might explain why they're not moving. But where is my straight? I think it's on 0. Where's my angles? Yeah, I think I'll go the wrong way. That's better. Now things are moving. Need to make sure the other belts are the right way. I think I've dealt with the problems I created. Trying to see if I can move these plates. That's good. The ones that's caught under the wheels, I don't like it. We've cleared up that mess. There's a couple here. And then we should start getting the iron ores. We have got a couple of diamonds coming through. So we just need one more polished diamond and we get that quest done. And we just need 1 diamond for the top one. And just about 60 iron plates, and then I can put the machine back in. And we didn't even connect up the second gold yet. Let's go and finish doing that. We've got some belts on us still. I think you have to come off onto there. So where is the angle? That's the ones I'm after now. So I want you to come round. Probably put a straight on just so it's not too tight for you. Going into another corner. Not yet. Not another corner yet. So let's get rid of you. We want a straight. Then we'll go into a corner. Then these both are on the same thing now. I think I left my... actually, they might be in my inventory. So, I want straight belts there. And I want straight belts there. Coming into a T-junction here. So, is that in my inventory? It is. Because we're not using rollers at the moment, let's take all them out. I'm not certain what you are. So, you should be the slope there and there. That's fine. So, number 8... Let's see if we can get this right. So rotate it. And then that's it. And then rotate again. Brilliant. So both these are going to be coming onto one belt. Let's go as far as we can before we turn. Can we still turn there? It looks like we can. Going on to... straight, possibly. Maybe not. Let's see if I can get this onto a curve. Make it tight to the wall as possible. Rotate it round. Might be a bit too tight to the wall. We might have to come out one more. Yeah, it won't work there. But let's try and get it in the right position. So that goes there, going down. Yeah, you've got to be removed. Take you out, put a straight in. And we'll keep an eye on them quests because it's going to probably change and tell me to do plates again soon. So yeah, all them's rolling the same, rolling down to here. And then this, I probably didn't need a down. I think I want you coming straight across. Going the right direction. So you'll be coming from the machine. So yeah, you would have to be that way. So yeah, I might not need that down piece I just put in there. I think I've got one too many. Yep. So you have to come down. Rotate you round. Yeah, you'll be coming from this angle. That's fine. That's it, coming from the machine, feeding in. Let's take you down. And that should connect the belts. Let's have a look. Belts are going the right way. And then hopefully I've put all them the right way. So let's just turn on one machine so far. Get some gold out of you. And then we'll track on this side over here and see if anything comes through. Okay, it's coming through. Just checking all the belts. I think I've been proactive that it's done. I think I can go and turn the second machine on as well. And then just make sure I've got the joins set up for both these to meet. So you should come in onto this line here. Brilliant. Absolutely perfect. Brings round here. Comes up to here. Joins the belt here. And then all 3 gold gets pushed in. So now we've got 3 times the amount of gold coming through our system. And eventually we'll probably have to have 2 separate gold lines. Yeah, gold and iron's coming out. Copper's going straight across. If I need to, we could also have the gold coming here and do all the melting and smelting all over this side. Yeah, you're coming up there nicely. And then all this should be working because we had it all working before. A little tough on the belts to get up here. Doesn't seem to do too well on the corners, these. And all the quests are complete, and it looks like we've got a big one for the last one. So let's get the iron ingot one out the way. And I'm actually thinking about taking the plate machine out. Get the gold ingots done. Then we'll leave the plates till last. So I would need just a bunch of straight, so that's fine. I think I'm going to take this roller off here. Let you come through. Get rid of you. I'm on the final part, so this machine can just do it. So it's going to be running all the bars first. Once we've got the bars, then we'll just switch it round. It wants 100 gems and 100 emeralds. Now we've just set up all the gold into this. And because it's not having to go through any sort of making bars, it should have a good turnaround. A couple of plates still hanging around. It's a lot less busy when you've got the bars coming instead of the plates. The plate seems to slow everything down. just trying to check here because now we've got 6 miners coming onto one little belt. And it does seem to be running great. What are you on the top there? Okay, it's just a part of the machine. I do think I should have had a piece of you. Actually, I think there's a piece in there. I just can't see it. There should be a small crushed iron in there. Can't see it, so I'm just going to go and put another one in. Doing this front one here. This, I think there's already one in there, but I just can't see it. So yeah, it should have both types of iron and both types of gold. This one has got all the gems in. And again, the gems, if we get too busy, we could also have another polisher here just for gems. Yep, we're already up to 100 iron and the gold will just fly through now as well. Let's have a look. We had some scaffolding and stuff we could buy. Now, there was definitely some areas we hadn't been to yet, so... let's get 10 of each. Don't know if I'm going to be needing it, but it wouldn't hurt. So all this is good. We can't do anything more with it. We could add some more miners on. It's not getting overloaded here. That's the main point, because there's a lot of stuff getting fed into this one belt. But we could easily go for another, say, another gold one. We know we've seen one, which, if I remember right, was we could swap you with a T-junction. Wasn't this the miner? Let's go into my inventory part. Don't think I'm using you anytime soon. Let's put the miners back on. Is it 6? I'm just trying to see what you are. No, it's not 6, it's 7. Yeah, another one that can give 1% diamonds. So let's put you down, turn you off until I can get you set up. You would have to be switched out. For number 8. Perfect already. And we only lost one piece, that's fine. Okay, let's get some belts connected up to this. I don't think these miners can go onto a belt like that, but I'm going to test it. We'll have a look. Oh no, works perfect. I've just put the extra belt there so nothing falls off this side. And this is the area I wanted to explore down here. Just make sure there's no more miners I can just set up to filter in. Well, we had this one here which is just coal. Not going to give me much gold. It's not going to give me much of anything really that I want. Emeralds, diamonds. I think I'll save the last one for another gold one. Did those two there. Any more gold ones? You're probably a gold. So yeah, let's just turn you off. And we're going to connect you up. You could come up over the top here. That is an option. Let's see if I can make that possible. Just mine anything that's around here. Just clears up my path a little bit. Okay, so how would I do this? So from there, we'd have to mine up all this. So let's get this mined up. So we'd want a flat belt across here, really. So it is going to be at an angle. And I'll live with that. Possibly. A couple of corners here. Now, it would need to be the other way. I think it's because I got the other belts down wrong. So let's take you. Let's take you. Let's put you down correctly. So it's coming from the machine, so it's got to be the opposite way. So it has to be that way. Going on to a corner piece. Onto another corner piece this way. Don't think you can go into a straight yet, so there's going to be a little chicane. Then I think I can get you out sort of that way. We could go with some more straights on this side. Then I would probably need to get down from here. Okay, I'm just stuck on the wall. So let's rotate you that way. I'm trying to get this to connect onto there. But it needs to be reversed because it's got to go uphill. Okay, this is going to be a little complicated to get to there, I think. I'm going to have another down somewhere. So I think it's easier to swing round this way and then in. So to do that corner piece, we won't allow it. In that case, we've got to move everything back one. For some reason it won't let me reach him. We've got to take one single piece off. Come on, let me get it. There. Take. And then we'll have to start the diagonals earlier. Or the down pieces, shall I say. That's going the right way now. Might actually work. Go into a corner piece towards the machine. You need to go down just the one. Now, we did have a piece for this, didn't we? I think I left it. Now, we could easily drop down onto a belt. That's one way of doing it. See if I can get you to connect. I think that will actually work. So, belts are all going the right way. Just making it difficult getting through here. And then see if we can go into some straights. Can we get down from this? We can, but it's not the right way, so let's turn it. So we're sort of on the right level now, so it just needs to be straight. Now, we've already converged with a line there. I think I'm just going to have to drop this on the belt. You into the corner. Possibly a straight. Let's see if I can get this corner piece to work. No, because it's going to go into the wall. So you have to come out one. Then rotate. Straight now. Should work. Okay. Got a better idea. Let's move you. Put that corner piece up there, and let's put the corner now. and it joins up on a better part of the belt. We could have it dropping onto this straight piece here. Then we want to go back to our straights. And then we'll go for an up. Now I can't see the angles on there, that's the wrong way. So let's rotate it. And then you should drop onto the belt there. So let's see if that works. We're connecting up most of the mine. Turn it on. And again, I'm doing this because it's another good way of getting gems. The gold have a better... I keep getting stuck on this one here. So I can't climb there, I have to climb here. We just want to see if this works. It should do. There should be no reason why it shouldn't work. So the gold is coming round. Then the gold should just drop onto here. There might be some like blockers I can put on. And if we didn't want belts, we could do cannon shooting and stuff like that. Now that just works perfect. Comes in. We're already up to 223 on the gold, so the gold and the iron seem to be balanced. The coal's just going to happen because there's just so much of it on some of the early nodes we did. Just need to check on this because this has everything coming through it. It's just about doing it, but when I get the next two gold matching up, can it still filter everything? Yeah, that seems to be filtering everything still. We should have had all that stuff coming up now. So yeah, there's a good full belt coming up here with everything merged. So the belt is just pretty much constant all the time, and it is working. Let's put you back onto the belt somewhere down here. I'm happy with that. That's all working. You're going for the polished. And I think the rest is just down to letting the game run on its own until we've done the iron bars. When we've done them, we'll just switch back to the plates. The diamonds and emeralds are just going to take forever to do. But I think I'm going to call it there on this one. We've done everything except for the last quest, but all the last quest is now is just waiting time. Everything's running smooth. Just want to make sure that the smelters aren't getting overloaded. Especially the gold one now, because we've got 4 different gold machines going into one. So as you see, it's full up to the top. A bar pops out, so it's a constant flow, so it's not getting overloaded. There's loads of these small ones. If there was a way of speeding that up with research, that would be fantastic. Gold's coming up here. The iron, that's all the crusher. The crusher's still working. Has no problems with it. The iron's got a steady flow going up there. We haven't increased that, so that's fine. And there's a good amount of gold bars coming out, and we've got no problems with them going into the sell point. So everything's working there. So yeah, I think I'm going to call it there on this one. Great little demo. Great interesting one. Little bits of the area we've not really explored, but we've got everything we need to. Now, they did say something about the red ores or copper ores, but they're not implemented in the demo at the moment. When the copper comes in, we can make slight changes to this, have another filter here maybe, move the gems down because the gems don't need that much. I could put a separate polisher for the gems. have it down here, and then we could filter the copper off. Again, the copper would have to go into a column like this. So we'd probably have to have one for iron, one for copper, one for gold with the ingots. But yeah, I'm happy. Really good demo. I'll definitely be keeping an eye on this one, seeing when it comes into early access, and we're definitely playing it again. But thank you very much, everybody, for watching. I'll see you all in the next series.